Now that is a way to start a weekend series, am I right? Look, going into the play today, you knew Trevor Rogers was going for the Orioles. We talked about it yesterday. Chris Bassitt for the Blue Jays. You're like, okay, matchup-wise, it doesn't look great. But can the Blue Jays get a job done, open up the series with a W, win 3 of their last 4, and with the Red Sox playing the Yankees, gain a game on somebody? Well, they did exactly that. And it's what they've done a lot recently. They don't do much offensively in the early parts of the game, which I don't like that, but fine, they're doing it. They allow around the top of the 3rd inning. Jackson Holliday hits an RBI single, scoring the youngster Basallo. And it's 1-0 Orioles. I think it's Basallo. Basayo? I think it's Basayo. I could be right. Basallo. I think it's Basayo. And it's 1-0 Orioles. Now, the Jays don't get anything going really against the starting pitcher, Trevor Rogers, right? He only has 3 hits. He allows a run, but it was an unearned run. But they battled him, right? He walked 4 guys over 5 innings. They made him throw almost 80 pitches through 5. And he came out with, I think it was a toe issue or something like that. So he doesn't come out for the bottom half. In that 5th inning, the 1 unearned run is off a 2-out walk from Davis Schneider. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. comes up and hits an absolute rocket up the middle, kind of to the gap though. Right? It was a line drive just past the outstretched glove of the second baseman. And Colin Cowser in center field tries to play it. That goes underneath his glove. Davis Schneider flying around third. He's safe at the plate. Vladdy into second with a single plus an error. So the Jays have tied the game at 1. Awesome. Bottom of the 6th inning. And this is such a massive, massive play for this Blue Jays ball club. I mean, you get to look at the way the bullpen pitched, and we'll talk about that. And how Chris Bassitt started, and this fact that they scored 6 runs. But this right here is the biggest moment of the ball game. Dietrich Enns comes out of the bullpen, the left-hander, gets Ernie Clement and Ty France to fly out and pop out and line out. And there's 2 out and nobody on. IKF, it's an infield single, great hustle. Rivera can't, the throw over to first is in the dirt. And Ryan Mountcastle can't make the play. So the ball goes out of play, or I don't know if, no, it didn't go out of play. But IKF goes to second on the play. So you've got 2nd and 2 out for Miles Straw, who drives one to the gap. And it's an RBI double from Miles Straw. How many big hits has this guy had for this Blue Jays team, eh? It's incredible. And now they have the lead. It's 2-1. We keep going here. Bottom half of the 7th inning. George Springer leads off with a single. Davis Schneider grounds out. It was a weird one, though. Throws wide. Davis kind of slides around the tag. Tries to get back in the base. Gets tagged up by Mountcastle. He's out. But Springer up to second. They intentionally walk Vladdy because they're like, screw that. They bring in Sean Dubin, and he strikes out Alejandro Kirk. But then Ernie Clement bounces one through the left side for a base hit. Springer comes in to score. It's 3-1 Blue Jays. Then, bottom half of the 8th inning, after IKF lines out, Miles Straw with an infield single. Andres Jimenez lines out. So you have 2 out and a guy at first base, while George Springer then walks. So you have 2-1. And Dalton Varsho hits one down the first baseline. I don't know. Ryan Mountcastle looked horrific trying to play that ball at first base. It goes past him, and it didn't go all the way into the corner. But it's a double for Dalton Varsho. Miles Straw and George Springer coming in to score. It's 5-1 Blue Jays. Vibes, they're so high. Top of the 9th, bottom half of the 8th. Then Vladdy comes up, and he singles to right field. It goes off the wall. I mean, he was tagged out going to second. Probably should have ran better. I mean, who cares? Because Varsho comes in to score. It's 6-1 Blue Jays, and it's curtains after that. You love what you saw from the offense today. You love what you saw from Chris Bassitt before he left. Him and John Schneider didn't seem too worried about what was going on with Bassitt today. So we're like, okay. You just wanted to get some bullpen work in? Is that what we were going with there? So I don't know. We'll see how it plays moving forward, but that was kind of what they said after the ball game. But Bassitt leaves after 5, and the bullpen locks it down. Did not allow a run after that. The Jays just locked this thing down. Other than the RBI single from Jackson Holliday in the first inning, the Orioles had 3 hits. 3! 2 of which in that inning. Remarkable stuff from the Blue Jays pitching staff. Let's get to these player stats, shall we? Before we preview tomorrow's ball game, and I can go to sleep. All right. George Springer, 1 for 3 in the ball game. with a single, but scored 2 runs, walked twice, got on base 3 times. You love what you saw from George Springer today. David Schneider went 0 for 3, but walked and scored a run. Actually scored the first run of the ball game to tie it. Dalton Varsho comes off the bench to pinch hit, goes 1 for 1 with an RBI double, scoring 2 runs and scoring 1 by himself. So there you go. Scores a run, drives in 2 RBIs, beautiful stuff. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. did not get out today. 3 for 3 with an RBI and a walk, on base 4 times today. Have a day, Vlad. He's hitting 305 with a 397 on base. The OPS going into play today of 887. That's going to be, in the 890s after play today. So outstanding stuff from him. And the bottom half of the lineup did a job. IKF, 2 for 4 with a run scored. Miles Schra, 2 for 3 with a run scored, an RBI, walked 1, stole a base. Great stuff from Miles Schra as per usual. 10 hits for the Blue Jays, 7 strikeouts, walked 5 times. Again, any win you can get without Bo Bichette in the lineup, and obviously with Anthony Santander looming, you can get these wins. It's so important. And especially with the Yankees winning, they're still 3 back of the Blue Jays. Red Sox obviously played the Yankees, so they lost. They are 4.5 behind the Toronto Blue Jays. Great stuff there. Now, pitching-wise, Chris Bassitt, before he left the ballgame, looked great. 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 6 punch-outs, and walked 1. A great Chris Bassitt start. He was very good today. Ryan Baraki comes out of the bullpen. Very interesting stuff that he's still here. Goes third of an inning, walks 2. In fact, walks the 2 lefties he was supposed to be able to get. But gets a strikeout of the right-handed batter. And with 2 on and 1 out in a 1-1 game, they're like, no, 3 batters, see ya. Here comes Braden Fisher. He gets the next 2 guys out, starts the next inning, I believe, walks a guy, and they're like, okay, no, enough of that. Here comes Louis Varland. And we're all like, okay, Louis, please, we want you to do well, brother. He goes an inning and a third of no base runners and 2 punch-outs and looked really good doing it. So that's awesome to see from Louis Varland. Brendan Little went in a clean inning of work. No base runners, a punch-out. A clean inning of work from Brendan Little. You don't hear that very often, but you love when you do see it. And Yarel Rodriguez went 2/3 of an inning, allowed a hit, but nothing more to finish off the ball game. And the Blue Jays win Game 1 of this 3-game series against Baltimore 6-1. Get back to their high water mark on the year, 23 games above 500, 85-62. They've won 2 in a row. And look, we talked about it. You won a 4-2 homestand. You win 1 of the next 2, you've got that. So great job tonight by the Blue Jays as they get closer and closer to clinching a playoff spot. And the calendar is your friend. Every time you win a ball game, you're getting that much closer to clinching the division. Great stuff. Tomorrow, Game 2 of this 3-game series, Tomoyuki Sagano gets the ball for the Orioles in Game 2. Max Scherzer gets the ball for the Blue Jays. Max has not been great recently. We'll see how that goes. All right? He needs a good start. Limit the long ball, and you should be okay. The Jays offense should be able to get to Tomoyuki Sagano, who doesn't strike out barely anybody. 143 innings, 96 punch-outs. Doesn't strike out many dudes. The Jays don't strike out. It's a recipe for a good outing for the Blue Jays. Go out there, make it happen. All right, so you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the Jays winning another ball game, hit the like button to appreciate it. The subscribe button, you guys know that's already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you haven't done so already, and I will talk to you guys, of course, Jays Edition, Game 2 of the 3-game series against the Orioles tomorrow. That'll be tomorrow night because I am going to a wedding tomorrow, so we'll see what I can do tomorrow for you guys. But Tomoyuki Sagano versus Max Scherzer in Game 2 at Rogers Center as the Jays look to win their 3rd consecutive ball game and get to their new high water mark of the year at 24 games above 500. That would be sweet. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the dub today. Talk to you guys then.